Hi guys, and welcome to the Ace Tanker for the T82 HMC, or Howitzer Motor Carriage. This is a Tier 4 artillery for the Americans, although it was originally a Tier 3 tank destroyer when I first started playing this tank, and in patch 9.12 I think it was moved because historically it was a SPG, not a tank destroyer, so it was moved from the tank destroyer line at Tier 3 up to the American artillery line at Tier 4. This is a tank that's based on the M5 Stuart, as you can possibly see from the hull outline, and it's not too bad as far as low tier arty goes. I mean, I'm not a big arty player, and this one isn't too bad. It does 63 kilometers an hour. That's quite fast in a straight line. Oh, first shot's missed, but it's arty. You're going to see me missing a lot of shots. So yeah, it does. It's pretty quick in a straight line, 63 kilometers an hour, which is all right. The traverse speed is not amazing, but it's okay. I mean, it is based on the light tank, the M5 Stuart, and we're here on Erlenberg. So it is an old Tier 5. No, it's not. It's quite a Tier 4 game. So nice matchmaking. I'm a Tier 4, Tier 5 game. You know, about half the team on either side are Tier 4s, Tier 5s. First shot goes in, and as you can see, we only did 87 damage. So I'm just looking for targets here. OI sitting out in the open, go for a blind shot, and the aim time on this tank is about, well, on paper stats it says it's about 5 seconds, but it's more like 7 seconds. The reload, I've got a scrub crew in this, obviously, because I rebought the tank in order to get an Ace Tanker, because it's technically a new tank, even though I've got the T82 Ace Tanker while it was a TD. This is a scrub crew, so the reload is about 11 seconds. So 11-second reload, about a 7-second aim time, although as I say, on paper it says it's about 5 seconds, but it is definitely longer than that. 23 damage on an OI experimental. Hooray! The joys of arty. But he's giving me a side. What can we do this time? Nothing, because the shot goes high and wide. This has got .79 accuracy, or it's terrible. It's got terrible accuracy, but it has got a decent rate of fire, and we were able to take out the OI experimental on our 4th or 5th attempt. So we're just relocating. We're being flanked. I'm keeping an eye on the minimap. Most of our team have lemming trained the 1-2 lines, but that's not too bad. So I'm just turning around to deal with the tanks that are coming into our spawn. And I'm pre-aimed on where the Electo was last spotted in a bush, but he's not being spotted. I go for a blind shot where he was last spotted anyway. And there's a BT7 who's trying to cap. Now, why is he trying to cap? Because that's what cappers try and do and lose their team's games. He could have kept advancing, he could have taken on the RT, he could have put us under pressure, but nope, he's sitting there and he's trying to cap. So KV1, dangerous target, he's moving up as well. So aim, and a miss, because that's what RT does. Now, I wasn't fully aimed there. BT7 still trying to cap. Thankfully, we've got tanks coming back, tanks that are trying to spot, so just pre-aimed. There's still one tank capping. It has to be probably that KV1, but we're pre-aiming. He seems to be sitting in the cap circle. Oh no, BT7, 2 tanks in cap now, so BT7 is dead. There's the KV1. So aim. As I say, it's about 5 seconds, but it feels longer. We're fully aimed. And we reset the cap. We only do 95 damage, but welcome to low tier arty. So the HE on this tank is 53 millimeters of penetration, 410 damage, which is okay, providing you can hit lightly armored targets. It also gets heat, which, to be honest, was a complete waste of time, because I didn't play too many games in this tank before getting the ace, and I never fired any heat. But the heat does give you 101 millimeters of penetration. The Lux is pushing up on our FH18B2. Thankfully the B2 protects himself and we can go back to work on this KV1. So we're using Battle Assistant. I don't use it all the time, but I figure it's better in this scenario. Maybe we can hit his side, hit his rear, but no, the shot goes long and wide. Okay, but he's been tracked. We're aiming. I mean, we've only done 431 damage here, so it's not a big game, and he's dead before we can reload. So our LE gets taken out by the enemy Gorilla. There is it's still an even game, scores 9-9. But yeah, this tank, it's artillery. It was designed actually quite late in World War II. It first went into design phase or production phase in mid-1943. Two prototypes were built. It's a prototype, obviously, because it's got the name T. So two of them were built. They were ready for testing in mid-1944. And while the tests were actually okay, they did perform okay in tests, by the time a decision was made on the future of the tank, it was decided it was mid-1945 and World War II was drawing to a close. And as a result, it was felt that just the tank wasn't needed anymore. The artillery wasn't needed anymore. There were other artillery that were better suited and in use by the US Army, so they decided to end this project with just two prototypes being built. But we're just going to work here. As I say, it was a prototype based on the M5 Stuart. They took an M5 Stuart, they gave it an open top, and they mounted a short-barreled 105mm howitzer on it. Now, the Wargaming site says that the tank design was the M5A1, which was designed for jungle warfare. I really don't know much about what the changes between the M5A1 chassis and the M5 Stuart chassis were to make it more reliable or for use in jungle warfare. Maybe it's something I need to read up on, but yeah, as I say, 105mm howitzer, and you know, using battle assistant, I find it very hard to hit this guy without battle assistant, so we're just lobbing shells over the rubble here, going to work on this Matilda, doing little bits of damage, and finally managed to get a shot where we do a decent amount of damage, 111. It takes me up to almost 1,000 damage done. Aiming at a Churchill 1 who, judging by the turret, is stock. We're pre-aimed, aim as long as I can, go for a shot. It doesn't hit the ground, it disappears, so obviously we hit the Churchill, and it looks as if we did a lot of damage to him, because when he reappeared he was on about 100 health, so nice blind shot there. And, okay, are we going to get any more damage done? There are 3 tanks left on the enemy team, this Churchill and 2 RT, but T67 takes out the Churchill. The Matilda 4 is unhappy with me killing him. 4-second reload for RT, totally cool, I guess. Yeah, 4 seconds, 11 seconds, as you can see. It's actually, you can't actually see it, it's the replay is broken, but it's actually about 11-second reload, so, you know, I'm typing to this guy, run into a wall because I'm typing, but as you're about to see, I say 11 seconds, but, you know, who's counting? Who's counting? You know, 11 seconds, 4 seconds, pretty much the same thing, right? Anyway, so you're going to see the speed and maneuverability of the tank now, because there's just 2 RT left on the enemy team. You can see that I've had to move forward because, like a lot of low-tier RT, it doesn't have a huge range. It can't cover the entire map. If enemy RT is hiding in the corners like they were there, I wouldn't have been able to hit them from my original position. So while this tank can do up to 63 kilometers an hour in a straight line, it does take a while to accelerate. So at the moment we're doing around 50 kilometers an hour. Still struggling to accelerate, just 1 RT left. It's a Tier 5 M41 HMC. Which this tank leads on to, actually. So, taking on my bigger cousin here, looking for him, gone into TD mode, just like this tank used to be. And we're going to hunt him down, so we're doing 45 kilometers an hour. So, I mean, it's an RT that allows you to relocate, and you do have to relocate quite often because as I say, the range of your gun is not that big, but we're moving forward. And my sixth sense goes off because, believe it or not, I actually have a good crew. It's a low-tier tank that I rebought, but I have a good crew because I had a spare American RT crew before going on to the M50, M53. So we just move forward, enemy RT misses, we derp enemy RT in the face, pick up our 4th kill, and just over 1100 recorded damage. But yeah, I didn't play too many games in this tank before getting the ace, and I moved the crew directly out of this, and then I'm starting up the American RT lines again. So I did unlock the M50, M51 at tier 8? I can't remember, tier 7 or tier 8, I can't remember, but I didn't bother buying it or I didn't bother playing it because, as I say, 9.12 moved the T82 HMC and the T82 HMC back to American RT, and I needed to go back and play those to get aces in them again. But anyway, there we go, that's the ace game. So just the ace, no other medals. We did manage to hit a blind shot on the Churchill 1, but looking at this, we only did 85 damage, which was disappointing. He reappeared with a lot less health after being respotted, so yeah, apparently my shot didn't do as much damage. Someone else must have hit him, but yeah, it was pretty straightforward game. game. Nothing major in that game. I was pretty surprised. I was surprised it was so easy to pick up an ace. But happy to, because I delayed my advance up American artillery in order to move the future M51 crew, or M53 crew, into the low-tier American arty that had been put into the game after 9.12. So quite happy to pick up the ace, and it meant that I could move my crew into a brand new arty. I think at tier 7 or tier 8. I can't remember what tier the M53 is, but we didn't finish top on XP. We only finished up with 708 XP. So decent game from our T67, top tier. Yeah, I would expect a T67 to do well in that sort of matchup, but 708 XP was enough to pick up the ace. We came top on damage, 4 kills, not complaining. And we fired 22, hit 10. So RT accuracy, RT aim time, RT RNG. And I do have to say, I dislike playing low tier RT even more than I dislike playing higher tier. I prefer to play higher tier RT if I'm forced to, but I'd rather not play either. But trying to get aces in every tank in the game, so RT gets played occasionally. We damaged 7, destroyed 4, did 210 assistance damage. That must be from tracking of some sort. We managed to do 7 base defense points as well. A little bit disappointed. I thought I got a bigger base defense on the KV1. Finished up with 21,000 credits with a premium account, and it wasn't my first game of the day. I sat down in this to actually ace it, and as I say, it didn't take as many games as I feared it might. I thought I might be stuck in this tank for quite some time, but it didn't take too long to come. But there you go, guys. It is a short video today, maybe a little bit lower tier, maybe RT, maybe you don't like it, but I've got a much longer video, much bigger video coming to the channel later. It's a monster, absolutely monster video coming to the channel later. It's not World of Tanks, it's me discovering a new game, and I've got 4 keys for this amazing game to give out. So I put together this video pretty quickly so that you guys wouldn't be without some World of Tanks action on the channel today, but keep an eye out for the video later on today. You're not going to regret it. It's a game I absolutely love playing. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.